Hello friends, my name is Ash and this is my brand new YouTube channel. Most of you probably know me from other social medias, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, but I just wanted to make this video about things that I do and don't want to see at Nintendo's E3 Direct this year. Obviously E3 has already started and it's kind of late to be putting this out, and you know, by the time this video is up, the Nintendo Direct is literally going to be tomorrow, but I just wanted to talk about how I'm feeling about this Direct and things that I want to see and things that I don't want to see, and even things that I don't think are likely but are still on my wish list. I've been talking a lot about, Nintendo's E3 Direct. They're literally my favorite gaming company, and I just, wanted to talk about how I'm feeling. Thank you guys for tuning in for my first video, and let's get into the wish list. Starting off with my wish list, the very first thing is to see anything from Breath of the Wild 2. I am so excited for this game. Breath of the Wild is my favorite game on Nintendo Switch. It was the first game that I played on Nintendo Switch. It just is very near and dear to my heart, and we got a little bit of an announcement 2 years ago, I think, for Breath of the Wild 2, so I think it's about time that we hear something. I'm thinking honestly that the game's probably going to come out maybe this holiday or, at the beginning of next year, but I really just want to see this game. I don't care if they just give me a name, a date, even just a quarter of when this game is coming out. I don't care. I just want Nintendo to say something about the game. I really don't care what it is. Next up is Animal Crossing. Obviously, Animal Crossing is my favorite franchise. I love this game so much. I love New Horizons so much, but I'd really love to see this game get some love. It's been out for a little bit over a year, and honestly, it's kind of fallen flat. I don't feel like many people are still playing it, and I really think that it needs a refresher, so to be able to see a 2.0 update for Animal Crossing New Horizons would be wonderful. I'd also love to see some Zelda items brought to Animal Crossing, like how the Mario items got added to Animal Crossing, because, this is Zelda's anniversary, so I think it would be really exciting to see, some cute little Zelda items in Animal Crossing. Since I'm talking about the Zelda anniversary, I'd love to see a Zelda collection, something kind of like how, the Mario got the 3D All-Stars collection. I'd love to see something similar to that with Zelda. Honestly, I'd really love to see Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, but I'm not really sure if we will, because I don't know what the third game would be to that, trilogy, so I'm not sure what games we would see. I'm really hoping that we hear something about Zelda, some new games, some merch, I don't know. I just think it's the year of Zelda, and we need more Zelda on Switch, so I'd love to see it. Next up, I'd really love to see a new Mario title. I honestly do not care what it is. I don't really care for Mario that much, but all we've been getting on Switch is ports of old Mario games. The only new Mario game on Switch has been Mario Odyssey at the very beginning of the Switch life cycle, and then, we got Mario Maker 2, but I don't really count that as a new Mario title because it's a second one and it's just kind of an updated version of the original. I would love to see what they would come up with for a new Mario title. Even an Odyssey 2 would be great to me. I don't know. I want to see something. Sticking to the Mario theme, I'd love to see a new Mario Kart. I never bought Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I had access to it on Wii U. When I want to play it, I just borrow one of my friend's copies because honestly, I don't play it that much because it's literally an old game. It's not something brand new. I'd love to see a new Mario Kart title, Mario Kart 9. I think it would do great. I'm not thinking that we're going to see it just because Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has been doing so well on Switch. I really, really doubt that they want to put out a new one right now, but I don't know, we'll see. This is my wish list. One of my other favorite franchises is actually Splatoon, and I know that last Direct we did get a Splatoon 3 announcement and a little trailer, but I really want to know about when this game is going to come out. I know that it's supposed to come out next year, but I kind of know the general area of when it's supposed to come out, and I'd love to just see anything from this game, but I don't really think that it's likely either. Even just a release date or maybe, some new game modes. I don't know. I really love the game though, and I'm super excited for it. A game that I really don't have a whole lot of experience with and don't really have any hype for is the Metroid series. However, I know that it's a title that a lot of people are wanting to see an update on, but I know that a lot of people are looking forward to Metroid Prime 4, and obviously, it got announced and then it was scrapped, so it's been a long time since anybody's heard anything from this game. So not for me, but for other people's sake, I'd love even to just get the teeniest tiniest update about this game, or even them be hey, we're still working on this game, it's still coming, don't worry. I don't really think that we need a big, huge thing about Metroid Prime 4, but I think just a little bit of a check-in for people would be great. And lastly, on my main wish list, I have that I want to see more on Legends Arceus. I also love the Pokemon franchise. I don't know. I love all these franchises. I'm a Nintendo fan, obviously. So Pokemon has like a big place in my heart, and I think that this game looks really good, and I think there's a lot of potential to it, but we haven't really seen a whole lot. So I think it'd be really cool, you know, to get more of an in-depth look on this game. Obviously, again, it's not coming out until early next year, but I think that there could be a place for it at, you know, E3. I'm not sure though, but I would be over the moon if we saw any gameplay from this game. Next, I have a very, very, very small list of things that I do not think are going to happen at all, and I do not think are likely at all, but I would still literally be so excited to see. And first up, I have Nintendogs. I loved Nintendogs as a kid. It was my favorite game. I owned literally every single one in each series. Like, I had the Dachshund, the Dalmatian, the Golden Retriever. Like, I had all of them. I loved them to death, both on regular DS and on the 3DS. I think they're super fun. I think that we would have a very good audience for this game on Switch, but I don't think that we're gonna see it, mostly because it's a lot of like the touchpad. I really just don't think we're gonna see it because it uses so much of the touchpad, unless they came out with their own separate, you know, Nintendog stylus for the Switch, which I don't think is gonna happen. So yeah, I do not think we're gonna see this game. I don't think we're ever gonna see it on Switch, but I really, really, really want it. Another game that I do not think is likely to see at this E3 is a WarioWare game. Obviously, there's been a little bit of a survey that went out to some people, and it did mention if you would buy a WarioWare game for, I think, like $40. If I can find the picture, I'll like put it in here, but I don't think that it's likely that we're gonna see it now, just because that survey just went out about a week ago, I think, and people started talking about it. So I think that is a little early from like that leak or like mini announcement or whatever, that I really don't think that we're gonna see it at E3, but I think that we will see it at some point on Switch. But I just thought I would throw it in there because it's something that people have been talking about. Another game that I know a lot of people love and a lot of people want to see is Tomodachi Life, but I also have it on the not likely to see list because, I don't know, we just got Miitopia, and, you know, I think they're still trying to see like how, you know, DS games are gonna do on Switch and like how much people want them. So I don't really think that we're gonna see Tomodachi Life yet. I think that it's possible that we might one day see it on Switch, but right now I think that, again, I think it's just a little bit early to be seeing Tomodachi Life yet. Lastly, on really not likely to see list is Fall Guys. Fall Guys was supposed to come out in summer of 2021 for the Nintendo Switch, but it did get pushed. I don't know. I don't really think that we're gonna see it just because there hasn't been any new information to come out about it. I'd love to get a new release date or a new release window for this game. I think that it would be, you know, a great fit on Switch. I really want to pick it up on Switch because I never grabbed it on PC, and I just really want to play this game on the go. Then, what you all have been waiting for is my do not want to see at Nintendo's E3 Direct this year. This list is very short, but I do have a few things that I honestly, if I see at this Direct, I will maybe be a little bit tiny bit upset. So starting off, I don't want to see any hardware. I know, don't come for me, I know. A Nintendo Switch Pro is happening. It's gonna happen eventually, but I really just don't want to see it at E3. They've said that they're only going to be talking about software, which, you know, Nintendo lies, so I don't know how true that is, but I just don't want them to waste their time talking about new hardware when they have literally nothing but Pokemon after July, and I think that they have a lot of games to talk about and a lot of stuff to talk about, and I'd rather them focus on games than new hardware. I do think that it's happening, but I do think it's going to be after E3 because it didn't happen before, and I really just want it to have its own dedicated Direct because I think that would be really cool, and it would be a nice new thing to look forward to and a new exciting thing to look forward to after E3. And then another thing that I don't want to see at E3 is a lot of Skyward Sword. This game literally is not any different than it was before. All they did was make the graphics better. People know what Skyward Sword is. You can literally go back and look at the directs and the trailers for this game when it first came out. I don't think that we need to spend a lot of time on it. It's coming out in July, so I know that they're gonna talk about it, but I don't want them to talk about it a lot because honestly, I don't think that it's that great of a game, and, you know, it doesn't look that great. I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate. I'm excited that they're bringing it to Switch, don't get me wrong, and I am really, you know, glad that people are going to be able to experience this game, but I don't think that it needs a whole big section. And so, I don't know, I'm kind of feeling like they are going to talk about it a lot, but I don't want them to. Lastly, for my I do not want to see it Nintendo's E3 Direct is I don't want to see something really like boring at their Treehouse event, because I really want their Treehouse event to be super exciting and something new. I don't want it to be focusing on a title that we have already heard about. If they show Skyward Sword at the Treehouse this year, that's going to be pretty boring, and I don't think a lot of people are going to be excited to look at it and talk about it, especially because the game and the gameplay is literally exactly the same. It's just copy and pasted with better graphics. So I really hope that they talk about something new or something cool and like show something off that they're proud of and they spent a lot of time on, because, you know, Skyward Sword is not that. And that is the end of my giant Nintendo E3 Direct wish list. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I know that this video is like right before their E3 Direct, but I really wanted to talk about it because I've been talking about it with a lot of people, and I just kind of wanted to share my thoughts and my opinions in like a video format, and, you know, talking about, you know, the company that I love the most. So I'm really excited to be doing this, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you want to find me anywhere else, I am fearosaur on literally every other social media. All my links will be down below and in the end card. But thank you guys again. I appreciate you all so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!